Okay, so we have 3 black women here with kids that are all unmarried, right? One was married, so okay, but none of them are married, and they talking about community. They talking about family, talking about black men. You couldn't even stay with the black men that you built your family with. How dare you? How dare you? But guess what? I'm single. I can't do that because I'm single. I haven't got any kids. I haven't created any broken homes. I haven't got because and this is the difference. You want to come and shame black men, but most black men are actually single and childless. But women, or the majority of you, have kids with men.
That's wonderful.
You break up with them, then you expect other men to go and raise them. Then you come and try to shame us. How dare you?
Welcome back to another episode of the Talk Real podcast. I am your host, glamchatnadz. I am joined by some amazing guests. This is interesting. Okay, so who's going first?
The lovely lady in the middle. With both cameras on her.
Yeah, both cameras on me. Well, it's been a while. This is like, my second time back in a long time. So I'm officially back, which is for this episode anyway. But follow my page. I am officially Tatts. I've got a new business venture coming out soon. So I'll get my lovely sis to tag it in her next episode.
Come on.
That's going to be candied fruit. So, yeah.
Yes, welcome back, sis.
Thank you.
Miss Zolo87. Follow me on Instagram and my name, Zoey.
Okay, big up yourself, Zozo. And who do we have here? The most relevant here.
What else?
The Mandam's voice.
What else? What else?
Think of anything else?
You're giving me the most relevant.
Yeah, the most relevant. The Dennis the Menace.
Okay.
Let's go. The entrepreneur.
Okay,
Come on.
We're cooking.
Come on.
What else we got?
We have, come on, introduce yourself.
My name is Chyna. I'm the man that's voice. As she said, I am the most relevant right now. They're calling me MH, the most hated. That's Margs and them, man. I ain't the most hated. They love me out here. I mean, this is the second time I'm back on your show, right?
Yes, it is. Of course. Come on, man.
They loved the first one.
We had a great night. It was a great episode.
Women
thank you so much
always
for
want to
coming
second
again.
round with me. Of course. Imagine.
What?
No, I said women always want to second round with me. Did you not want a second round?
Yeah, of course.
There you go. There you go.
Good vibes.
It's 2024 and yes, man. Happy New Year. Let's start with Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How was you lot? Had New Year's?
Yeah, it was quiet actually. My New Year's was quiet. I didn't party or anything. Stayed at home and chilled. Watched it on the TV.
Same.
Me as well.
What did you watch? In London?
Yeah. The fireworks and all of that. Yeah, that was my little vibe.
Yeah, I'm same. Stayed in, chilled with the kids and my partner. It was nice. No hype or excitement, just chilled.
What about you? What about you?
Stayed with family, home for the New Year.
It's about, isn't it? It's not
family's everything, man.
Normally, I normally link up with the family, I go to church and I do some things afterwards, but I just slept through.
Okay.
I literally just slept through and I woke up in the future. I went to 2023 and I woke up in the future.
2024.
Yeah, I was like, okay, here we are.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're here. I'm saying.
Praise God.
Yeah, always. Because you got to remember, some people went to bed and didn't wake up the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
some people didn't make it. We made it, you know.
Yes, we are very fortunate, and it's a blessing to be here. 2024, you know. Oh, Chai, about your animation, big up yourself on that. You released that the other day. You're well done. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Can you please tell everyone about your animation, what it's about? Yes.
Yeah. So it's actually yesterday just dropped. Yeah, it's been out for a day. I've dropped an animated project. It's called the BDL documentary skit, and the BDL, it's abbreviation for the Brazilian dick lift. You can beat that. Yeah. You can beat it. Don't worry about it. And essentially, it's you've heard of the BBL, the Brazilian butt lift, which is an augmentation surgery for women that they want to enhance their behinds. There's also something that's for men now, and it's something like male penis enlargement, essentially. So
that's actually real.
Yeah. Do you know, I didn't even think about all this.
Yeah.
Well, it's real.
It's starting to become very common.
So how is that? What they just extending it, adding on
extension
inches?
Yeah,
I mean, extra. Girl, I don't know.
Inches,
it's a real thing, and it's been happening. So I collaborated with some animators in America, and also some some amazing voiceover actors and artists, and then we put together a project. And essentially, it's me. My name is Chyna, and it animated. It follows me interviewing a guy that's going to go and take the surgery, and him going to the doctor, and it's a bit of tongue in cheek. It's a bit of banter, but essentially the stories are real, and it's based upon true things that have happened. And and we put it in a way that put it out to see how people would kind of
react. You see two sides of something, like the bad side and the good side.
And it's funny, adult humor, adult cartoon. It's
some of it. Sorry, I'm just smiling because there's certain part that's funny. Sorry,
that's fine. No,
as you talk about it, it's
so it's an adult. It's like it's got adult themes, but essentially it gets straight to the point, and it is a documentary. It's about 25 minutes animated doc, and it's the first. Like when I look back on it now, when I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, I could have done this or done that, because you know how it is when you look. But just for the first,
if your first one,
I'm really happy with what's happened, and even the reaction that everyone's done. So guys, make sure you go check it out. I want to shout out Studio Total Onyx. That's the studio that we worked with. I want to also give a shout out to Ace Vane, because he's a massive YouTuber and voiceover artist, and he's I've seen his content way before I worked with him, so it was mad that I actually worked, because I see stuff on YouTube all the time.
You manifested that.
It's like I just didn't even know, and now I'm working with him, and it's just an amazing thing that we've gone and done, and the reaction from everybody. So, but a lot of people said now they want to see a BBL for the women.
Yes, animation. Yes,
definitely. So I have, we're writing the next story now, and we're gonna do some different stuff. So it's good.
That's good. So there's loads more coming.
Oh yeah.
I know he's gonna get it done as well. Definitely.
Let me shout out some of. I'm also in the Superstars series as well. I want to shout out to Mike Baptiste and Royale Films for doing that. What happened was I actually featured my podcast in the actual online series. It just dropped. And then there's a part of me that starts playing. And so it's like I've started getting lots of opportunities into acting and film and other stuff. Whereas it's not, I won't say necessarily it was something I was trying to go and do, but opportunities keep coming to me, and like I said, you just keep going through. So
I just feel as long as the opportunities, it makes sense, and it's in alignment with what you want to do. I feel like go for it, man.
I think people always ask, what are you? What do you do? I'm just a creative. And when you're creative, essentially, it's just about creating. And as long as I'm creating, I'm kind of in a good space. That's my space of creation. So anything that involves creating and going and doing, also doing new things. Everything that's been on this podcast since I've been doing it, it's all been new. Mm-hmm. And 2024 is about, for me, 2023 was an amazing year for me, and I did lots of things and achieved a lot. But 2024 is kind of like just trying to push even further than more. And kind of
do more things and experience more things.
You shouldn't be scared to just ask, like when I say ask, just believe you can do anything, or what if I work hard, what can I achieve? And I think that's kind of all it's about, just trying to recognize your recognize your potential, whatever it is that you're trying to live with life. And as you get older as well, I think it's just about you doing what you want to do.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't want to make it sound cliche, do what you want. But man, it's not even about money, man. It's just
do what you want, innit?
Like something happens.
Don't set yourself in a box.
Yeah. Just try, just do. Not even try, just do. Do.
Don't try, do.
Just do.
100%.
By doing, it's hard for people that look through the camera and they see all the content and they don't maybe understand why, because a lot of people don't have a why. A lot of people have given up. A lot of people don't really, they just go to work, they might have families and they go home and that's it. Especially people, that your friends or maybe. And so they'll see you continuously doing different things and they don't understand it because they've given up, And
it's true.
Yeah.
And it's hard when you're not someone that gives up, when everyone around you is giving up.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they've given up on... No, and most people won't admit they've given up.
Some people are more lucky than others because, like with you, you've had quite a lot of opportunities, as you said. But that's
what opportunities?
Well, what you just said, isn't it?
What opportunities?
I don't know.
I didn't say none. No, but the opportunities I created. So no one's given me anything. In actual fact, I've given more than people have given me, because the content I've given to people and the platform is way more than what people have given me. So, but by me doing that, I know that I have something. See, sometimes in life people don't understand. You have to give value, and when you create value and you give that, then you have something. But all the things that I have are the things that I've worked for. I'm not saying like, first of all, okay, everyone is self-made. All of us are self-made, but only successful people admit it. So if everyone's like, I'm self-made, you could be a self-made millionaire, you could be a self-made tramp on the street. It doesn't make it, you're all self-made. Everyone is responsible. So essentially, but only successful people say I'm self-made. Think about it. Normal people don't say I'm self-made, but you are self-made. But you only claim it when you're successful. So I think the opportunities that arise and the amazing year I had is only testament to the amount of work I've done and the amount of value I've gone and the amount of places I've gone and the amount of things I've done for free of value. And there comes a point where you look at your numbers, you look at what's going on, you look at all the blogs that post you, and you understand analytics, you understand how in a new age views are money and subscribers are money and attention span is money, and if you can command this, then you have value. And then you ultimately you have to set your value. No one's gonna pay you or give you anything unless you ask for it, because we live in a world everyone thinks. Even for people, there was a stage where people didn't pay for music. They wouldn't pay for streaming. People couldn't figure it out, right? Because no one was gonna pay, and it became free. That whole digital era, Napster era, LimeWire era, where no one will pay for anything, that it transcends, right? To now people just have so many different subscriptions that they pay for. It's mad. 10, 15.
But I remember in terms of like, even like CDs, like I remember just going to the shops and buying like CDs and stuff like that. You see what I mean? But now everything is online. You can just stream, go to Spotify. You see what I mean? Everything's online now. The whole world's going to be digital. That's what they want to do. Get rid of. They want to make it a cashless system. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Just make you eat it.
I'm having my chewing gum because we've got the halitosis police on the left hand side.
Yes.
Oh, let it go, man. Jesus Christ.
I came on the platform and she started talking about bad breath. Not to me. Come on, you know my breath is sweet.
Yeah.
But she was talking about, I was like, I'm blowing at the camera, don't worry. It's fine. But obviously did you have a bad experience with people?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Seriously, because I think that's quite a random. PTSD. Speak to me, I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's just one of, I don't even know why we're talking about
Talking to the mic, tell us. No, tell us because
I don't even
go ahead.
You brought it up and you kept on talking about bad.
I'm tired of it, and you know, like when you're going onto the altar and people are praying for you, and you're like.
But it could have a problem. It could be like halitosis or something serious.
I know, man are praying for you with a bad breath.
Right, nah.
You're like, stop praying. No, imagine that. Man are actually praying for you like, stop, don't pray for me no more. No, your breath got to be
you just have to hold your nose.
Yeah.
Hold your nose.
Do you know how bad your breath got to be for a man to say, don't pray for me?
Yeah.
Like, what? How amazing it is for someone to be like, you know what, just keep your praise.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I don't think it's cool. He was like, I was praying for you to win $1 million. I don't care. Just stop. Pray in your head.
That's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead. Okay, so BBLs. What we saying about BBLs and BDLs?
To be honest, I think there's a lot of pressure out there for women to look a certain way, and that's down to social media and women digging at each other about how they should look.
Accountability. Guys, do you want to say that again? Just look into the camera and say that. No, I'm serious. Just say it to the camera because they're going to want to hear that.
Pressure from other women and social media.
Okay, let's focus on the other women part. Social media.
No, because sometimes it's women, as women, they're so quick to sit down and put down each other and criticise. Instead of saying something nice, it's easier for a next woman to put another woman down by saying, oh, look at her hair, look at this, da-da-da-da. Like, it's just...
But what if it's true, though? What if your hair is bad and you don't look good? Is that putting you down or just telling you the truth?
You'd want your friend to tell you.
It depends on how it's said. But if it's someone that you don't know and it's not in your face, I wouldn't really worry about it too tough. I'd laugh at it in the back of my head, but I might not necessarily have to say anything. It's not every time you think something.
Why is it about how you say it versus what you say? Does it matter is how you said, like, if the fact remains the same? Why are you more focused on...
because obviously it's people's feelings and how you deliver things, because you could end up really upsetting someone by saying it as it is, even though it's a fact. Yeah, but if it's a fact, fair enough, but still, like, how you deliver it 100%. Still matters.
You can say the truth, but it doesn't have to be in a disrespectful and rude way.
But who decides what's disrespectful? See, when you... Okay, so I care about facts over feelings. That's the thing. And when you deal with most women, is you deal with your feelings. And us as men, we don't do that. So if your friend's ugly, she's ugly. If you're fat, you're fat. You're not fluffy. Guys, stop this fluffy stuff. It's the truth of the matter. Yeah. Because when a man comes there, and it's like, we don't want to... No, because you're doing that thing, and men hate this. Men hate it. We want honesty, and we want directness. We don't like that. So when women do this thing, it's being disingenuous. And men, we consider this to be manipulation. Lies. Makeup. BBLs.
All right. Well, instead of saying anything, would it be hard for you to just not say anything?
No, I don't go around my life and point and start telling people, why would I do that? I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
Okay.
But if I'm on a platform, I'll say something. If you get triggered by it, then you need to ask yourself, why is a man talking on the internet making you get so triggered you want to be in my paragraphs? Right? You can. It's a public page. I don't block people. I let people get... And I look at people and I say, wow, you're this mad.
Because he loves the comment, doesn't he?
It's not like I love the... I don't come here to say...
You're not supposed to care.
No, but I don't come here to say anything wild. I just say what I say.
Speak your truth.
Yeah.
What you feel.
And however it comes
It's not even sometimes what I feel.
Bless you.
A lot of the times, I don't necessarily believe everything that it's not... But as the mandem's voice, I speak on behalf of a lot of mandem. And these mandem, when I'm on platforms, they want me to speak about what we're speaking about. They want me to speak about the things that...
Yeah, because they probably can't. Sorry to cut you. It's probably because they don't have the confidence that you have to actually get it out there and speak.
I wouldn't even say yes. Okay, some men don't have the confidence, of course. But, other men, due to their jobs, they can't speak out. Other men, due to the current cases that they have in court with the moment with their baby mamas or their ex-wife, they can't speak out. Some people, they're not as articulate and they can't. And just... Maybe not everybody wants to be on camera, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You get me? We live in a world where everybody wants to be on camera, and some people just don't.
Yeah.
And that's normal. That's very normal not to want to be on camera. And for those people, when I step on platforms and I'm going to speak it, and I'm going to say it. So I will get all of that stuff to me, but not every single time it's based upon me. But I have a job to do while I'm here, and it's to address the things that necessarily women might not have heard due to the men that lie to you.
Like what though?
Like what?
Stop it.
Explain.
Because you women love liars.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Where did you get that information from? Do you want to explain? What?
From all the women that tell me, furthermore, you love liars and cheaters. And some of you women love men that commit DV as well. You love them.
Nah.
Not every woman.
Not every woman. You can't say
that. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, some.
Did you hear what I said?
Some.
All right. Before you get on the defensive. All right.
Real quick, innit?
You got on the defensive, bro.
Guys, look, I said some women said, so not all women. Did you hear? See, rewind that. See? Because they don't listen, because they get so in their feelings and they decide, said some women.
I wasn't getting defensive, I was just saying.
No, okay, let me explain to you. The reason why women love liars, cheaters, and some women love men that commit DV is because repeatedly when you meet women, all they talk about is the men that lie, cheat, and abuse, and DV. So, it says to me, because the stats do not show that every single man is doing this, okay? So it says to me, a proportion of women, you guys seem to like men that do this. Or you seem to keep going for the certain types of men that do this, okay? And then for women that are not racially loyal, and you can date all types of men, and some of you women are actually bisexual, and it's 2024, do whatever you want to do. So if you're not racially loyal, and you can date any color and any sex, and you're still single and still coming out with the people that lie, cheat, and DV, then it says to me, it is you. The common denominator here is you. You keep, no matter what community you go into, no matter what gender you deal with, you still pick the worst of each and every one. Why is that? Because you love liars, cheaters, and people that commit DV.
I'm listening. I mean, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if
I want you to push back. How many guys have lied or cheated on you in the past?
Quite a few.
Oh, then you love picking them.
Not really.
Then why is... Because imagine I kept on saying, I keep picking... Man will say, bro, you have a type. Do you get me? You keep picking these Medinas, bro, and they keep.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, you got a pattern, and I have to be like, at some point, I have to be like, yeah, I do.
But sometimes you meet people thinking with good intentions, thinking that
when I see a baddie, I know what she's gonna do to me. I know. And I'm going to because I'm at the point I can't cap no more, man. I don't even cap anyway. I don't even cap anyway, but I know when we talk about red flags when they ask me, they always ask me, Chai, what type of woman do you like? They always try to know. I say, I like baddies. What does that mean? I said, if you're a baddie, you know.
No, but I don't like, well, for myself personally, I don't like them type of men. I like men that are kind of like, sociable, but reserved in some areas.
That doesn't mean they're not going to lie and cheat. Of course.
All men lie and cheat.
Okay, so
not cheat.
Okay, let's do that.
Men do tell lies.
No, let's do this.
A lot of men do tell lies.
Okay, if all men I'm not like women. But see, even when you say that, I don't even care.
Yeah, but I'm just saying not all. I'm just saying.
All men lie and cheat.
Not a lot all men. Not all men, sorry. Can I just rephrase that?
Not all men.
Wait a minute.
She don't want to get cooked. She don't want to get cooked. She's like, God.
Not all men, but at the same time, there are. I've come across a lot of men that do tell lies.
Yeah.
And they do it all for different reasons.
Okay.
Sometimes it's to make themselves look better than what they actually are, which I think is childish, because when people start sussing you out, you're going to look like the biggest idiot.
Yeah, when the mask falls off.
Yeah, when the mask falls off.
What about you? Do you like men that have you have a relationship where men have lied and cheated to you?
No, I don't. But you can't help who you get with, innit? And once you're in that relationship with them, you see who they are, innit? So if they end up being a liar and a cheater, it is what it is. It doesn't mean I like them.
How many? So I'm not asking you about your relationship, but I'm saying, have you met more liars and cheaters in your relationships or men that you interact with?
Yeah,
and
keep it real.
Did some of those guys that you went when you started dating them? Did you just like they wasn't gonna go nowhere? So,
sometimes the red flags are there.
Yeah.
And as women, sometimes we do ignore that. I'm keeping it real.
Yeah, we do. Of course.
Because obviously you might like them that much. You overturn the red flags and think, it's a minor. And then in the end, you realise that those red flags were major flags. That
we chose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's not something that I like. But you happen to fall into that trap, innit?
And that's fine, because we need accountability from women saying they pick bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, own it.
Yeah, because by doing that, it's like you can say, okay, cool, I know what I picked bad based upon all the different reasons. Yeah. Even in your head, hoping that I can change. Just all these things, right? Because men do the same things. But there comes a point where you say, right, I need to pick good. Yeah, and maybe it's not about picking, it's time to pick what makes sense. Yeah. And it's very 100%. Hard to pick what makes sense. Yeah. But
that's the journey that I'm on now.
Culturally and traditionally, we've always picked what makes sense. It hasn't been picking for love. But we live in a Western world and a society that tells you to pick for love and pushes women to pick for love. But when you pick for love, it doesn't tend to be the best person that you pick for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And it's just a thing where, but we all know most of the time when we're dealing with someone, whether or not it's going to go to something or whether it's not going to go to whatever. You know what I mean?
I do feel like sometimes some women kind of overlook like good guys. Because got a specific type in mind, specific mind, especially when you have a certain type that you've kind of just naturally gravitated to. Do you see what I mean? Sometimes it's just obviously what most women like. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
But sometimes the ones that we overlook could be generally the right ones. Do you see what I mean? So maybe it's sometimes about changing maybe the type of guys we go for.
Yeah, of course.
Well, as you get older, you automatically kind of level up and you sort of like know in your head what sort of men you're going to go for and which men to avoid.
Yeah.
Because some men bring trouble. Trouble that I cannot deal with. And I just can't stand the drama. I don't want the drama. If that's what you're about, stay the hell away from me.
Yeah.
And keep your bad energy to yourself.
A lot of women. No, not even some, a lot. Most of you. I'm going to be real. Most of you women are crazy. In actual fact, my guy told me, all women are crazy. It's just the type of level, you have to find the type of crazy you can deal with.
There's levels of crazy.
100%. Yeah, all of you should be in a padded room. No, some of you should be free, but some with like a minder or something. I'm your minder. Yeah. No, some of you women need to be in a padded room, and the rest of you need to be with a minder, your husband. That's what you need. But some of you women is tap. I'm honest. I'm being real. Some of you women, but not all of you, but some of you women is tap. So it's like, it's just.
But what's a tapped woman to you?
turn up at your house, trying to boot down your door.
No, but that's one type of tap. Then you have the insecure type of tap, going through the phone or whatever. Tap. Then you have the man, it's just there's all different type of tap when it comes to this. But I just think, all women are crazy. 100%. All of them. Okay. My mother and my sisters included. Okay. Of course. But they managed to get husbands too. So their husbands can deal with their crazy. No, not all women are crazy. Not all women are
all have the potential
all women
to become extremely crazy.
All of you are crazy. All of you. I haven't met a woman that is not crazy on some level. When you say crazy, it's like, oh my God, we're not crazy. But yeah, the moment you do that, lets me know you're crazy. Crazy woman, just be quiet. Actually, if you're quiet, you're crazy too. Why you be so quiet? I just called you crazy. Oh, she's thinking about doing the next thing. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, good.
What?
Yeah, but I feel like you men are like that as well, though. You men kind of are. You guys have some men a bit crazy as well. Like, and have you realised that some men go for like women who are a bit
well, that's what I'm saying.
Like kind of bitchy.
That's what I'm saying. I was talking to one guy about this.
And they say to me, like some of the girls that they've had, hey girl, that they're literally, hey sweetie. Some of the girls that they go through, it's like really bitch that treat them like shit.
Yeah, and then they start moaning.
But then that's what you chose, though. Yeah. You see what I mean? It doesn't mean that's what you like.
I basically said that to one guy one time.
So it goes both ways, Chai. You can't just say it about some women. Some of you men do that as well.
Because they'll come, like, he used to keep coming on the phone and complaining about his baby mothers because he had different baby mothers. And I just said to him, shut up and sit down. I did. Because I said, you always go for these type of women that love to run up their mouth. You love the drama. Just sit down.
Who's that?
One of my boys still. I was like, you love the drama. You go for them type of gal all the time. So you must love the drama. What do you expect? Don't come and cry to me. I don't want to hear it.
There's always pattern in behaviours.
Listen, like some women, like, you know, they need man. Some women need to be cheated on. It makes them feel good to have something to talk about to their friends. Oh,
really?
100%. Are you okay?
Wow.
I'll be real, man. When you're treating her too good, she's gonna get upset. She's gonna be like, oh, there's nothing to speak about. You might have to do something just to put.
That is shallow,
you
boy.
You don't think so? Okay.
Wow.
I'm
not saying
why
it.
wouldn't you appreciate
like my
man doing good?
He's treating me this way.
Whoa. Okay, we'll get to the next one.
No, why?
No, we'll deal with that one in a second. Hold on to that. Hold on to that one, and we'll get with this one. Wait, if your man,
if my man's doing good, I'm gonna.
Tell me if your man, what type of what's doing good for you? Tell me.
What? I'm just single currently.
So. No. If you wasn't single, or when a man has done good for you.
Oh, just the stuff how we treat. To my home girl, if you're not out to the world, but if my friend was saying, "Oh, how's your man treat you?" and he's treating me good, I'm gonna promote him. I'm gonna be like, he's treating me nice. He respects me.
Yeah,
doesn't
cheat.
Doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, innit?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Ladies, this is camera 1, camera 2. Let me just, if your man is like she said, if he's looking after you, if he's paying for things, if he's not cheating, definitely not doing DV. Basically. Do not tell your friend.
No,
do not tell your friend.
100%.
Do not ever tell your girlfriend. If your man is blowing your back out, paying for stuff, taking you on flights, not cheating, do not tell your friends. Do not tell your hating ass friends. Because let me tell you what's gonna happen. Because most of your friends are single. So I'm saying to you, she's with a dead guy that's basically just.
No, but it's the right friend. Like
no friends.
No
friends. Do not tell.
But Tanielle's a good friend, so even telling
10 years old.
Listen, when you get married, maybe tell her. But up to that point,
it was 10 years old.
Do not discuss your stuff because sometimes it's not their fault. It's not. I'm not saying look, take her out of this. It's not their fault. Human nature is people find it hard to be happy for people when things are not going good in their life, and they continue to say it, especially when these people may think they're pretty and you think that, hold on a second, why haven't they got certain things going on? In actual fact, how many, I don't know about in your circles, but we all know women that have taken people's exes or partners, you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
and this based on the fact that the more and more you keep telling her about how good your man is, and all she's looking at me like, So I'm saying to you, and she's looking at, just don't do it. If you're happy, be happy. If you're upset, be upset. And another thing, let's say your man does something to you, is she gonna promote like reconciliation? Is she going to promote the fact that you should get together? This is what I promote, right? When someone is low hating, let me not even say hating on you. When some people just can't be happy for you because of their internal things, yeah? And you won't see it. You come and tell them about your new job, you tell them your new business idea, they can't ever really clap. Yeah. You post something, they don't post it, they don't like it, but then you see them in someone else's comments. All of this stuff that they do, and it's little indications of the fact that...
We speak about this, isn't it? So
yeah,
the reason why I'm saying it to people is because I don't want people to think that these people do it purposely. The bit inside their soul cannot allow them to. And the more and more you fly higher, what tends to happen is more people are going to start speaking to them about you because they know your original association. So, oh my God, have you seen, for example, have you seen Chyna? What, have you seen him here? Have you seen all the things he's doing? These times here, they're not even as close as with you no more. But because of their previous association, everyone is saying that. So then they won't post this stuff. But what happens is everyone else does it. So by the time that person gets out of their feelings, it's too late. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Or sometimes, like, they'll just remove themselves from you just because they can't bask in your success. It happens with people that get married as well, yeah? You get engaged, even though your brethren is the hot thing. But bear man want her, but no one's trying to wife her. But you might not be as pretty as her or seen as pretty as... I'm not saying that you are, but she's always been... But you're the one with the ring. She can't work it out. She's getting all the... But no... Do you understand?
Yeah. 100.
It's just human nature. If you're both doing... Happens in podcasting. I mean, I come, like, you know, everyone knows my philosophy. I give value to people, like, whatever, innit? But some people look at what I'm doing and they can't just, because they've been doing this for a long time and they didn't get monetized, they didn't get the opportunities, and they just can't work it out, right? That's not...
And it angers them.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
most of the people that don't like me is based on the fact of my numbers. And the fact I've been doing this and I'm just doing it effortlessly. Right,
how do you just come on the scene and you're getting all these likes and attention?
That's really what it is.
Yeah, it is, 100.
That's not me. I'm here because they decided I'm here. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, and the reason why I speak about this stuff, and I said before when I was on the platform, it takes on average, you know, 18 months to 3 years to get monetized. I did it in 10. I showed my boy how to do it in 5. The reason I say that is because I want people to understand that I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. No one has put me here. Do you know what I'm saying? All these platforms, all these lives, it's because they have decided that I'm supposed... I see my analytics. I see what's going on. Mm-hmm. So you can't hate... You can hate on it, but you can't stop it because you didn't create it. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's what they get mad at. But that's an internal thing. It has nothing to do with me because you could easily work with me because I work with most people. So I'm saying to you, but if you...
They just don't like to see the fact that you're doing better than them.
Women, but more for men. When men are in the room, we sort each other out. Yeah? On the net, all that stuff in the comments, whatever. But when men are in the room, we sort that out. Well, if you want to do that out, but we sort... Men can sort ourselves out very easily in the room. Women can't. They think that, oh, everyone's a 10, everyone's this. Women and men... No. Ask a woman to rate each other, they're all gonna... Everyone's a 10.
You can't keep it real.
But man, them will know straight away who's swinging who's doing... No, we're not gonna say someone's a swingers if it's not a swingers. We're not gonna say someone's getting money if he's not getting money. We're gonna call you broke, and you're gonna know you're broke. And that's fine. Because the guy... Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But women are gonna... Oh, no, not financially feasible at them. No, she's broke. What do you mean financially feasible? What the hell is that?
Do you know what? Every dog has its day.
No, but you're missing what I'm trying to say to you. It's not about everyone has a dog or has his day, but on that day you're broke, and us as men can recognize that. Right. Do you get me? Yeah. On that day you're ugly. We can recognize you're not as pretty as the other girl. We can. Why are we pretending? And this is why I say men can. If women won the world would fall apart. You would. Women can't control. Women can't build. The world was built by men. Let women run something, the world's gonna fall apart. Because everyone's going to get the same... Everyone's going to get 100 bags a year. 6 figures.
So how did man get here? Didn't you not come through women?
We were birthed by women, but women cannot build the world or run the current world. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the infrastructure. Let's speak about 2024. No. Let's talk about it. I come from a woman. Big up all the women. I love women. I come from a woman. Women, I couldn't been this. I could have been here without. Nads is out here getting. She knows I'm gonna go viral.
Big up noisexbanter. Big up Nads. Pretty.
It's cool. Nads gonna hit me with that WhatsApp when I'm bigger. She gonna hit me with that WhatsApp. Okay, so the infrastructure that created the world. Yes, women birth us, of course. Women birth us, and women are, you know what I mean? Mother Nature, as they say. But Mother Nature, cool. Who who picks up your bins? Is it men or women?
Men.
Who picks up what?
Who collects your bins? Is it men or women? I'm gonna ask you some questions. You said women.
Men.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. That's one thing. If you break down in your car on the side of the road, who picks you up?
Men.
Have you ever broken down the side of the road?
Not at the side of the road.
Have you ever needed an emergency?
Yes.
Who picked you up? Was it a man or woman?
Man.
When you went to go get your car serviced in the garage, who did it? Was it a man or woman?
Men.
When you have to get your plumbing done, your electricity, who did it? Was it a man or woman?
Man.
Shall I keep going?
No.
Should I? I could. See, women disregard the average man every single day. The men that built the world, the men that run the world, the men that allow you to have your lights on, allow you to drive on the road safe, the men that allow you to feel safe. Okay, if you need an emergency and you need police, who do you expect to come there?
Well, police, obviously. Who
would you prefer to come there?
Women.
So you had let's do that. Let's do that. You've had a bang. Let's do that. You've had a loud bang down in the home. So do you have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have kids in the home. How many kids do you have?
2. You
have 2 kids in the home. You heard a loud bang at noise, yeah. And you call the police. Do you want women to come? You heard youths kicking off your door. It's Halloween. Youths are banging on your door. Yeah, hitting fireworks. You call the police. Do you want 5? Do you want a car full or 2 car fulls of women or 2 car full of men? Be honest.
To be honest with you, I would prefer if it was men, but if a woman was in the car, it wouldn't be a problem.
See, no, but what would you want? Not what would you prefer? Not what would you mind? What would you? If you had the choice, you call. They say to you, we can send you 5 6'2" men right now, or 5 6'2" women. Who would you prefer? They're both 6'2".
As long as they can get their job done, that's the main thing.
So you're being disingenuous, and that's the problem.
I'm being disingenuous.
Do you have a son? Sorry, your kid's age. Sorry.
My son's 11 and my daughter's 2.
So you have a 2-year-old daughter, and you have a son that's 11. And I ask you if you have the choice of having any police 6 foot, and you told me that's disingenuous. You would want the person who's strongest and most able to do, and you as a woman would go for a man. And the fact that you're on a platform, you can't even be honest. This is what women do, and this is why women can't run the world. Clarissa Shields, the boxer, the female boxer, who is basically the best boxer, she was talking about how I can knock any man. She got floored out by a guy that's not even in the ranks. You women do this all. Serena Williams. She got beaten by 200 seeded he wasn't that good. She's like the number 1. She got beaten by a man that's seeded 200 in the world because men are strong and physically built. And this is the problem. This is why we have
they are strong.
Yeah, okay, but this is why we have the problem in sports with the trans thing in sports where they're saying that everyone can compete in this. Because I asked you a simple question. Men are physically stronger than women. And if you're in a scenario where your house is getting kicked off by people you don't know and you call the police, I'm gonna tell you something. I want 5 men to come, 6'2" men. I don't give a damn if these women know jiu-jitsu, these women have been to I don't care, because I know the strongest woman is still not physically as strong as the weakest man.
Okay, fair enough.
And I want people to watch this and say, if you have that option, because I just want a simple answer which I can give you. Can I ask you, who do you prefer? 5 6'2" women or 5 6'2" men? You call the police, man are kicking off your door. Who do you prefer, men or women?
No, men.
Cool. Who do you prefer?
Men.
Nads, who would you prefer?
Oh, come on.
Just shout.
Men.
Why was that so hard?
It wasn't hard. I was just giving my honest opinion.
That's fine.
Am I not allowed?
You are, but I'm saying to you.
Right, so why are you getting so irate about?
I'm not, but I'm saying to you, that's why women can't run the world. Because you can't even see how dangerous you just put your kids directly into danger just by failing to understand something so simple. Men are physically stronger, and if you had the opportunity
I'm not saying they're not.
No, but if you had the opportunity where that you could ask for who you want, yeah, dial a gang, and they say to you, yo, listen, we can send you 5 man them or 5 gal them. Who you want? Oh, you know what? Just send me 5 babes. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna send, and because I'm only trying to prove to you something. I asked, you don't have to tell me. You can tell me women if you want. I don't care. That's your option. But when I say to you, tell me women, then I say to you, okay, the army now. You're telling me, oh, it's changing. Why is it changing? Why can't we have the same?
Yeah, because usually in armies it's men that fight, right?
No, but
there's women, police women as well. That's what I said.
Women fight in the army too. I'm talking about what if you could send, just like you had the option to ask for 5 men or 5 women, right? Now you have the option to have an army of of men or women. The same way you had the option to ask who to come to your house, you had the option to send who you want to go to fight for us. But it's changing now. Why?
Yeah, because I've just explained to you why. I had the option, because with police and police, it can either be women and men, like women and women can both be police. But with the army, I'm not to say that women can't, but with the army, it's mostly men.
But it's the same with the police.
One of my friends are in the army, but she's
but why is it a problem if I want a woman to come?
It's not a problem. See, the thing is, there's actually
but you keep dragging this point. Why?
No. See,
in our own lanes. One thing I don't particularly enjoy watching is women feeling like they need to be in the same spaces that men are. I'm sick and tired of seeing, because this is now why men feel like they can do things that women do, and all this stuff is now confused. We can stay in our own lanes and respectfully still build the world in a perfect way. The world needs nurturing. That's what women provide. Chefs, cooks, like all these things, raising children, all of these things. Not saying men can't do it, but at the end of the day, that's what we're genetically built for. And it's actually okay. So I don't really feel like, I get what you're saying, Chyna. It's important for men to understand that they are powerful. They can do all of these heavy lifting jobs and stuff like that. That's cool. Stay in your lane, we're staying in our lane, but realise that we both need each other.
I understand what women contribute. I never ever disregard a woman, what they bring. I know women nurtures. I know they raise. I know, because I come from women and I'm surrounded, but that does not excuse the fact that what we're currently dealing with. What types of women are we dealing with? What
do you know
are we
what
dealing
I
with?
think it stems from is a lot of trauma. I feel like women... No, it stems from trauma in the sense of...
How long was it before we got a T word?
Yeah, trauma's gonna come. Yeah, it is gonna come, naturally. I feel like the perception that women have of men leading and allowing them to lead comes from a place of trauma, because in their bubble, in their small world, where it's either been their dad that's let them down, their brother has gone jail, or they've just seen negativity. They've seen unfortunately, black men being in negative situations, or not seeing them, or not seeing them elevate themselves where they can be in a position of power in the infrastructure that we live in, right? So at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's necessarily that women don't feel like men are needed. They just can't rely on them anymore because of the men in their own world. Doesn't mean every man.
Okay, no, but
they can't rely on. They don't feel. They're not confident in every man to say, the example you used of saying, okay, if something goes wrong in your house, you're going to want male police officers. Granted, of course, but at the same time, it's like if you live in a place where, let's just say it's a high crime rate, loads of women go through SA, all this other stuff, whatever, then seeing a man come in your home, whether they got a uniform or not, is going to be like,
you might feel more comfortable talking to a woman, because like it could be domestic violence, it could be...
No, I was talking about if someone kicking off your door, who do you want? It's not about if you was having... I get it, but look, it goes back around in circles. Men need women, women need men, of course, but it doesn't just work like that. You have to be willing to get onto the program, and we'll focus on black men and black women, because we're black people in the room and we're talking about cooks, so we'll focus on that for a second. The problem that we have in our community is not a problem that any other community has, okay? Jewish women have no problem taking lead from Jewish men. Asian women have no problem taking lead from Asian men on both sides of the Asian community, right? It's this thing within our black community, black is a monolith because obviously African and Caribbean, but it's that we have a problem here where women put blocks in all of these things when you don't have this in other religions. You don't. The Chinese women, in other communities, the Chinese community don't have this. They're not going to say to you have to earn 6 figures. That's good enough. I've worked with Asian man, who went home, married a ting, brought her over. He's living in a shared accommodation with other people. He's grinding, and she's still respecting him every day.
Do you know why?
You think I could do that with my sisters?
Our black men have become lazy. Let's just be real. Our black men have become lazy. Because now they're in Black men have become lazy because now what's happened is that the black woman has stepped up to feel like she has to do all the behave yourself. Black men have become lazy in a society where it's allowed them to feel like they can kick back, play PS4, do whatever, smoke some weed, and the woman's gonna go work, look after the kids, do all of that. So unfortunately, our trust in these black men to be out here and be like, yeah, okay, because there's listen.
Get yourself a white man then.
What's happening? Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that.
There's 2 black men in the room right now. Yeah. Right? There's only 2 black men in the room.
There's 3.
Right now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And black men who are lazy sit down and play computer. Out of the 3 black men, we've only got 3 in the room.
I'm generalising first of all.
It's very bad generalisation.
However,
the 3 men in here are not that.
The 3 men in here are entrepreneurs.
Okay, let me.
The 3 black men.
All right, let's do this. Okay, she's called.
A lot of black men have become complacent because black women are willing to go and step up and do the jobs that the black men should be doing in our lives, right? So what I feel is built is the way that men have become feminine. Like, unfortunately, a lot of men have become feminine. A lot of men have become feminine. It is real. It's a real thing. I don't feel, the light bulb's bust. All right, babe, run to B&Q. Run to B&Q and go and get the light bulb. Like, nah, bro, as soon as something broke, I grew up in foster care.
You don't want your man to cry for you, do you? You don't want your man.
We're not doing this, Chyna. We'll leave that in 2023, okay? Don't cry every day. It's actually okay. All right? Just don't cry every day and we'll be all right.
Okay,
but it's that part of that femininity. It's that femininity.
One voice at a time.
Even you doing podcasting is a feminine thing. You didn't know that?
Nah, let's stop. Okay.
You didn't know that?
All right, let me talk. She said so many things, yeah? She's so many. This is women. Men sassy. Women, everything men do is men, you realize you can't do anything today with these modern women. Anything that men do, they will claim it as sassy, they'll claim it as feminine. She just said doing podcasts is feminine.
It is.
She just said doing podcasts is feminine.
Men don't sit down and talk, babe.
She said men
are outside grafting, right? Isn't that what you say?
So she say men don't sit down and talk. Men are outside grafting, but all of us on the podcast are building, we're creating stuff, right? Yeah. Let's shout out to Chyna Sharp and Cat Williams. They just did over close to 25. Hold on, wait. Men and Chyna Sharp is very masculine man, right? They just did close to 30 M's about to come to the most viral clip gone, right? Yeah. That's men. That's men, right? Yeah. Like all throughout podcasting and content creation. In actual fact, women don't own none of these big platforms. Women don't own it. And the women that are on these podcasts is because men put them on these podcasts. Yeah, most of it. So when you talk about women, men put these... Further, it's just like OnlyFans. The only reason... OnlyFans is owned by men. So all these women talk about female empowerment. You're not empowered. You go and give the money back to the men. And then the men that created it actually wanted to stop it. And what happened? Women campaigned. They said, oh my God, you're about to stop us from... So hold on, men said, raw. So they were forced to carry it on going. Let me speak about what you was talking about. What was the first thing she said? Wait, she said a lot of stuff. Pull me, what was the first thing she said?
Men are feminine.
No, before that.
Become feminine.
And lazy.
Yeah.
Guys.
And
first of all, let's talk about black women stepping up to the level. First of all, black women, if you want to do that because you want to talk about black men, you guys are the most baby mamaed up, yeah, single mothered up, yeah, unmarried, yeah, highly educated, yeah, but less paid. So all those education, all those courses that you study don't mean up to anything. So when you talk, let's talk about statistics, right? Let's talk about statistics, right? Like, let's talk about the single mothers. Let's talk about single moms and let's talk about the baby moms. Yeah, people talk about women leave their relationships 70% of the time. When you look at divorce rates, yeah, women initiate divorce 70% of the time, and out of 70% of the time, they'll talk about cheating, men cheat, but men and women cheat on equal weight. It's about 48-52. Let's just say about 48-52. And then when we look at domestic violence, yeah, it's 5% in relationship, and out of that 5%, it tends to be equal. So in most DV relationship, it's not one-sided. Yeah. It's not one-sided. Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, so when we look at the single mother rate and the men that go on, you would think that men that are born in a single mother home, they would go on to go be the best version of themselves and be like, you know what, I saw my mum struggle, I saw her being a DV, but guess what they do? They don't. They go on to create the exact same thing. And why is that? And why is that? When you place a child statistically in a single mother home, and let's talk about black women single mother home, what do you do when you take the father at the home? You place a child at every statistical disadvantage. Your child is more likely to go to jail, more likely to end up pregnant, more likely to commit suicide, more likely to have mental health issues, more likely to kill somebody. Yeah? Okay, so when you start talking about black men, these are the black men you pick. But like, there's so many different archetypes of black man. So let me speak about all the different types of black men they are. You women seem to only have one type of black man that you speak about. You never speak about because you don't speak about the city black men. Yeah, you don't. No, hold on. You never speak about.
That's contradictive.
How's it contradictive?
Because all you speak about is one type of black woman.
No, I don't.
Baby mothers, women that leave their men because because they want to be out here chasing what.
And you think these women...
You're speaking about one demographic of women.
No, I'm not.
You're not talking about... There's so many different types of women out here.
Entrepreneurial women.
There's women that want to be homemakers. There's women that are okay with staying in their lane. And there's women that want to be out here and get the best of both. Same way there's men that, like you said, that want to be out here, that want to be entrepreneurs and that want to do great things. There's also lazy bum.
Okay, but let's look at the stats.
No, it's what it is.
Facts over feelings, but we have the stats for single mother rates. We have the stats for all the things, and you just talking about feelings. So when I say about the archetype of black man, I'm talking about because these stats are not based upon you being in the hood. These stats are based upon everything. So when I speak about archetypes of black man, there's way more of a black man. So what are you talking about?
A lot of the time when women, and it takes a lot, and this is the narrative that I don't like, because it takes a lot for a woman to actually leave the father of her children, okay? A lot of the time, it stems from a place of her not feeling that she can trust him to be the man of the house. If a woman feels like she's... that's fine, and he picked her.
You picked him.
And they both picked each other. But they are where they are. They are where they are.
Women are the one complaining. Hold on a second. Women are the one complaining about being a single mother. Listen, all I ever see...
And that complain they can't see their kids, they got to pay child support.
Hold on a second.
Don't be protected if you don't want to pay some child support.
All I ever see women on social media that's complaining about the choices that men are currently making. It is not... All I see is women in men's spaces, and R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, the late Godfather. Ever since his explosion, all I've seen is women coming into space since the 90s, since 2000. Women have had spaces.
Is a feminine thing,
women have gone on talk shows. They've gone on places speaking about black men, speaking about men. We've had an image of black men that's continually be perpetuated and pushed upon us, right? Cool. In the last few years, men have had places where they can speak and build a manosphere, right? And all of a sudden, we have women keep coming trying to tell us all the reasons why we can't speak. And this is why I say women do not care about men's mental health, because whenever we get together and we start speaking, they're trying to stop it.
You men been speaking about with black women.
They want to say it's feminine.
It is a feminine thing to sit around and talk. It is.
It's masculine.
No, it's not. No, it is. But how do men care about women's mental health? When in music videos you guys degrade women. When in your lyrics you degrade women. I'm saying in society.
Who puts the women in music videos? Do men force the women to go in there? I have to blame men for women having the right to become models. Why is it man's fault? Explain.
It's a two-way thing.
No, it's a one-way thing.
It's a two-way thing. If there wasn't men that was out here willing to pay for it and feed into it, there wouldn't be the term sex sells. If men didn't take it in, if they didn't put the coin behind it and put the money behind it, it is what it is. It's like which came first, the chicken or the egg, bro. It don't matter. They both exist, no?
Let's make a shift to say to the judge, listen, judge, it's not my fault, innit? If the fees wasn't there, I wouldn't be supplying it.
No, men, stop paying for OnlyFans and OnlyFans will cease to exist. It is what it is. Like, take accountability. Both parties have to take accountability.
As women.
That's it.
Hold on a minute. How are you blaming a man for a woman becoming a model and going in a music video?
Stop being a pervert. Men, stop being pervs. If you didn't over-sexualize women, they wouldn't be out here feeling like they have to empower themselves to do it. And I don't believe in it. The crazy thing is, I don't even believe in it. I don't think women should have to do that.
That's gone viral. Did you see the video of those girls dancing, the young kids? It's gone.
But they left out the lyrics.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Which one, the little kids?
Yes, okay, cool.
That's bad, I saw it.
You seen it?
I ain't seen it, but it's bad, yeah.
Over-sexualizing it. It's a group of kids, about 3, maybe 5, twerking.
Is it?
Absolutely disgusting. There was no men there. Of course, there was no men there. There was a bunch of single mothers because men would not allow that. Men would not allow that behavior. It's disgusting. And all I can see in the comments, shout out to I think it was Bobby Bobby Kasanga's page. All I could see in the comments, was women saying, "Oh, when was your..." There was not one man in that comment that found it was disgusting,
That is disgusting.
Not only was it disgusting to have your kids twerking, talking about "let my coochie breathe," the sexy red.
I couldn't believe
it's even more crazy that you would record it and you would post it on.
That is wild.
And guess who did it? It's a bunch of women. You women, I'm tired of this.
Okay, but hold on a minute. This content comes out because of platforms that allow that kind of content to come out.
Yeah.
Who's the head of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? Who runs it? Who runs it?
You said you wouldn't condone that behaviour.
My kids, God forbid.
I'm talking about women. Men wouldn't do that. If a man done, I looked at that and I said, if a man done that,
Listen.
I want the Child Protective Services to go to that yard
that's
right now.
crazy. I do believe that's wild.
And every single man condemned it. But guess what? I'm on a platform with women, and you're finding reasons to and that's what they did in the comments. You women will never ever, and you hypersexualize kids. You're the ones that do it. But
what I'm saying,
women, if you are a single mother and your child is listening to that, it's not the father's fault, because the father not being in the home is not the reason your kid needs to listen to music talking about let the
it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I believe that, and I agree with that point.
You want to go viral today?
I believe it. At the same time, listen. Trying to chill out.
All right, so now we have the amazing one half of Noise and Banter, Nads. Big up yourself.
Hey, darling. Hey. Hi, guys.
Okay, so yes, that was interesting. Went on a little break. So Nads, what was it that you're saying now, girl?
Right. So Chyna made a point of saying that the state of affairs now of black women and black men, there being more baby mothers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know that we've gone through a stage in time where systematic racism has taken black men out of the home. My point in saying is that, well, men need to find their way back into the home. There's no point turning around and looking at the China man, looking at the Indian man, looking at the white man and saying, oh, it's your fault I'm not in my home. Get yourself back in the home. Stop being a bum. Stop smoking weed. Get off the PlayStation. Have ambition and want to look after your kids. And if you don't want children, strap it up and keep it the fuck moving. Like, it's for real. I do apologise for my language.
Black men are there just smoking weed.
There's a huge percentage of black men that do that, unfortunately. Just the same way there's a huge percentage of women that are out here having kids and...
No, we have a percentage for that. What's the percentage for black men that are sitting at home, having babies with multiple women, smoking weed?
We'll insert it. We'll insert the percentage. We'll insert it. I don't know it. But guess what? 4 out of 6 of the guys that I know do that shit.
4 out of 6?
Let's say 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. So, do you think that is not just an indication of maybe the types of men that you deal with? No,
I don't deal with them. The people that I know.
I don't sit at home PlayStation. I don't have any kids. I don't sit there smoking weed at home. Well, yeah.
I was waiting for that. Well, no, it's more than just that. I just feel like, I could say that that's sensationalized at the end of the day. But honestly, I feel like if you feel like you're being kicked down through not getting the best jobs, if you feel like as black men you don't have a voice in society, if you feel like you're for some reason you can't get along with your children's mother and you can't afford to pay child support, all of these things, I'm saying stop looking at the outside to fix your inside problems. All I'm saying is that just as much as black women need to take accountability for not supporting black men enough and not wanting to keep the home as a unit, just as much as black women don't try hard enough, black men don't try hard enough either, because as soon as they taste a little bit of freedom and they want to go and get pum somewhere else, they go and do it. As soon as a job...
This feels very personal. I'm just saying.
It's not. It's really not though. It's really not.
The credits rolling down. I'm just saying.
No, it's not. But I know a lot of women who are so annoying. It's actually not personal. I've actually never gone through a situation where I've personally been cheated on. However, I know a lot of women that have gone through it. And so when I sit down and I listen to these women's problems,
was a good woman.
I think it takes both to be in a toxic situation.
I'm saying if your man cheats on you, maybe that says something about you as a woman.
I think that says something about both of them.
I'm just saying so when a woman earlier on, you said when a woman it takes a lot for a woman to walk away from a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever a woman breaks up a home, women will find all manner of reasons to explain it, and it always has to be a reason that she's broke up in a home. But when a man leaves his home or breaks up his home, he's always a deadbeat dad. He's left his family. He's done this. Why don't you treat men the same as you treat women? Because you always find a reason to excuse a woman. And I'm not saying she hasn't got her reasons. She might do. But equally, a man might have equal reasons. So why do we do, she was strong, she had to do it for herself, her truth, her kid. Yeah. But when it's the man he left, he's a deadbeat. Why?
That is toxic. Yeah. I agree with that.
Toxic,
that is toxic.
I'm asking you why.
And you know what? I feel like...
Why would woman breaks up her home, she does it for her peace, her family, for her kids, right? What's best.
And she'll take the kids with her.
But when a man leaves, and remember, that's about 30% of the time, when a man does, why does he get demonized for it?
Yeah, no, it's wild. Like I said, all parties should take accountability. I think what happens is that there's not the infrastructure in place for women to feel like or understand how to navigate tricky situations with their partner or to deal with conflict. Unfortunately, we don't have healthy ways to deal with conflict anymore. So when conflict comes in the home, it's like, let me get out of here.
You make a lot of excuses for women.
But if you're equipped with the skills to be able to deal with healthy conflict within the home, then you can keep the home together. Unfortunately, it lies on men and women that don't have that infrastructure, that haven't been taught that.
Women divorce 70% of the time and break up their home 70% of the time.
Okay, but what leads a woman to do that?
Once again, we speak about 5% is DV, and in most cases of DV, it is both sides. We spoke about cheating, and it's about 48-52. Basically, men and women cheat equal. So when we keep doing this thing, so unless you can give me a statistic for the men that you can't.
I'm not going to live my life on statistics just to satisfy and appease. I'm not going to live I'm not going to have my opinion based on statistics when real life is real life, bro.
Everything that we currently are using is based upon numbers and algorithms. You do realize what you get paid at work is based upon statistics and numbers. Every single thing. Your insurance that you have on your car based upon statistics and numbers. Your health, every single thing.
If I live... Okay, go for it.
We might look in the world like now, but you need to see this like Neo Matrix, ones and zeros, yeah? The whole world is numbers, a metric system, right? So you never ever like statistics and numbers when they do not favor you, but the whole world and even the infrastructure that was built upon numbers. And this is why women can't build the world. And we can't build the world. Because whenever it comes down to simple things, you don't like them. Statistics take out feelings, they take out race, they take out prejudice, they just deal with numbers. Hold on, they take out individual circumstances because everybody's an individual. And if everybody's an individual, and if everybody's case is different, then no one's case is different. Everyone's the same. If everyone is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to looks, then nobody's a 10. If everyone has a Ferrari, then it's not a Ferrari, it's a Ford because... In order to separate, there needs to be something that separates.
I'm not saying that statistics aren't necessary. Obviously, they play their part in society. I'm not saying that they're not. However, if I lived my life of what a statistic is, then I wouldn't be in the place that I'm at in my life, period. Yeah? I statistically should be a deadbeat crackhead on the road doing nothing with my life. Why? I grew up in foster care. I didn't have the stability of two parents to raise me. I wouldn't say that I necessarily didn't. I just didn't have the best start in life. It is what it is. It's not even a sub story. I'm simply just saying, if I went by that, then I would just be out here crackhead, just having kids left, right and centre and doing nothing with my life. But I'm not. I'm a self-published author. Do you know what I'm saying? I have businesses. I'm doing things. So that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't be in the position that I am.
Crackheads.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course there is.
So
because not everybody's equipped to deal with trauma. Not everybody's equipped. Not everybody is. What was that? Was that the book? Oh my God, I'm dead.
Can I say something to you? Yeah?
Not everybody's equipped to deal with the trauma of life, innit? The same way some black men aren't built to deal with what society has thrown at them.
Why do you keep acting like... Hold on a second.
Some black men aren't built for it, and they will crumble, and they will become feminine, and they will become bums. Some black men will.
Stop. Let's talk about the femininity, yeah? This is because these black men have been raised by single mothers. You have to understand something. And you keep talking about feminine men, the men that go out to go and abuse women. These men tend to come from single homes due to the fact. So the reason you don't like stats is because single mothers produce this. Yes, you produce these men. You produce these feminine men because when you take out the man out of the home, he does not know how to deal with his masculinity. Men have testosterone when they get to a certain age, right? So when you have a teenage boy that is dealing with his newfound emotions and puberty, right? And then you take the father out of the home, you're at work doing 1 or 2 jobs to provide for him because you have 1 income now, so you are at a disadvantage from a home with 2 incomes. So now you also have less time. Now he's out on the block with the man them looking for, you know, let me tell you something, being a man then. When you're
looking for love on the streets.
Oh, he's looking
from his bros.
Yeah.
Do you know who can fix that? Who can fix that?
Stop.
Is it a black woman?
Hold on a second. You took the father out the home, yeah? For any reason, right?
Come back.
You took the father out the home, you divorced him. Yeah? You took the father out of the home, right? Now, his son is growing up without a father and he needs a father figure, right? He's watching the music videos, he's looking at the social media, he's getting, right? So now he's on the block, the man them have seen it, oh, where's your mum's and that? Oh, she's working this, that. Man said, okay, come chicken shop, man's gonna come and get you something.
Yeah, it's deep.
Man takes him chicken shop, now so I'm saying to you, they're on the block, yeah? The elders are showing him love. They say to him, oh yeah, here's some change, go to the shop and get us something. Man, you see, getting sent to the shop for the olders and younger, that's one of the biggest things, you know?
Yeah, like, no, it is.
That's when the olders, they pull you over, you're playing basketball, I go shop for them. You go shop for them, and then now you're just, and then that's the beginnings of it, right? Now, that would not be happening. It will not happen as much if there was a father at home because men regulate that. So that's one of the aspects of it. Cool, you over-feminize your boy. You know, RIP that Eliana from South London, you know, that passed, you know what I mean? They took her life, the Korean gun. The reason why I bring it up is because that guy was he was a 17-year-old boy. I already know what home he came from. She came from a really good home. So she wasn't even interacting. It had nothing to do with her. No. In actual fact.
Yeah. Crazy.
But this is what happens. So you can send your daughter to private school. Good, you could do all the right things. But just based upon how someone else raises their child. Okay? So it doesn't matter how good you raise your child. We have a job as a community because if I not in the home with my child, and my child is mad and meets your child, listen.
There we go. Yeah. You touched on it.
Okay, wait.
You touched on it.
Okay, so the reason why I say this, it comes down to picking better men. Yeah. Now
you lost it.
No,
you had it, but then you lost it.
No.
Do you know why?
Let me finish. Because this thing of where you can pick who you want. When you pick a good man, you don't mind me told you picked a good man. Do you? You don't mind all the accolades of getting a good man that's doing it. But when you pick about no, because like I said, everyone is self-made, but only successful people say it. See, if you're successful in a relationship, oh my God, I picked a great man. But if you're not, all of a sudden, you make all excuses for it. And it's about accountability. That's all I'm saying. About accountability.
It is about accountability.
Okay, but I have a say. So what about
yes, please do,
in terms of like America, you see so many stories of people, and it's been a pattern of kids who actually have been raised in with both parents end up being shooters and killing, going into schools and massive school shooters, and they grew up and the parents did the best that they could for that child. Well, as we read, it's been a pattern in America. Then what's that then?
It's also a pattern of skills.
And it's both parents.
Do you know what? Tans, this is where. Do you know what? And it's true. And this is where I was saying that he was nearly at a good point where he was saying about community, because a lot of it is based off the breakdown of community. We've lost that essence of it. And when you have, and this is also a reason why I'm saying about conflict resolution.
How does both parents?
No, because first of all, we're talking about a different demographic already. So what is the demographic of people that do that?
What, shooting in schools?
What's the demographic?
White men, no white boys, man.
Okay, so let's just focus on our thing, because I could talk about that, but it's taking us away from this conversation, because that's a whole
that's a whole different kettle of fish.
I only mentioned that is because you said about single mom. A man and a woman, whether they're black, white, Chinese, could raise a child.
Yeah, that gets involved in.
And it can still go wayward.
That's true. That's true.
They can still go wayward.
How many times must I say this? How many times must I do this? Because every time I do it, I lose brain cells.
Do you know what it is? Can I finish my point?
Can I answer? Because I'll lose it.
Go on, go for it.
Because I'll lose brain cells. we are never talking about absolute. We did this in the last show. Remember?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And the comments were cooking you. They were like, because because it's not all women. Why do I have to?
I'm not saying all.
No, because when you said that, you said, oh, but he was raised by two. Of course he was. But the stats do not see exceptions do not cancel out the rule. So even people always get through, but majority. And this is what I was talking about. Like the whole world is built upon figures, medium, majority, all of these types of things, like percentages. And when I come into these places, all of a sudden feelings, and no one cares. So it's like, what is the point of me studying? What is the point of me researching? What is the point of me doing all of this stuff that I do, bibliographies, reading, and then I come here and people are like, oh, I don't care about that. My feelings. Waste of time.
If people were equipped with the right skills in order for them to live a successful life, to understand how to have conflict resolution, then we wouldn't be in the space and place that we're having these low level conversations.
You say
because
low
when
level.
Yes, it is low level because it keeps us on a low frequency. At the end of the day, it keeps us on a low level frequency.
No, we're at the bottom.
Some of the black community. But this is.
Where were your husbands?
Hold on. Let me land, bro. Time.
How many people, put your hand up if you've got kids.
Put your hand
up on this chair if you've got kids.
Having a community, yes, I have children. Yes, I have children. I have children.
How many of you are married here?
I was.
That's not what I asked. How many of you are married here?
No.
Okay, so we have 3 black women here with kids that are all unmarried, right? One was married, so okay, but none of them are married, and they talking about community. They talking about family, talking about black men. You couldn't even stay with the black men that you built your family with. How dare you? How dare you? But guess what? I'm single. I can't do that because I'm single. I haven't got any kids. I haven't created any broken homes. I haven't got because and this is the difference. You want to come and shame black men, but most black men are actually single and childless. But women, or the majority of you, have kids with men.
That's wonderful.
You break up with them, then you expect other men to go and raise them. Then you come and try to shame us.
It's actually okay. It's actually okay. But when you speak, you sound like you're coming from a place of hurt anyway, bro. So regardless whether you've got children or not, you're speaking like you've been burnt a million times. It's actually okay. Whatever black woman broke your heart, it's actually okay. You can still go and find a decent black woman that is intelligent, that is articulate, that understands how to nurture you and respect you in the way that you deserve to be respected. It is what it is. Back to my point of saying that community does matter, because a lot of the times when you see these broken homes and you see why women get left with being single mothers and stuff like that, a lot of it of course is choice. But however, if she felt or if people were equipped with the right skills to build a loving home and deal with it, it takes accountability. It takes accountability on both sides. On both sides. You've been speaking, Chyna. You've been cooking, babe.
Forwards.
You've been cooking.
What's the solution?
Thank you, Tatts. Where's the solution?
When the black man is on a seat, and this is the thing, men. Watch this. You have 3 black women. They keep saying, "What is the solution?" Shut the fuck up. Pardon my language. And the reason why I say that, yes, as a black man, you need to listen to us. We are the leaders. You 3 women want to lead me, and I'll just be like, you know what? What man honestly wants to deal with this?
That's true.
No, and this is what I'm trying to say to you. You don't know when to just shut up. You don't. And when men watch this and they look at this, they're going to be like, raw. They're talking about leading, but men lead the community. And the reason men lead the community is because women want to be led. You don't want to be led. You want to argue. You want to tell us all the reasons why. And when in actual fact, you match the statistics of the black community, and I match the statistics of the men that are single, childless, and doing well with themselves. I actually match it. But when we
should be led. Women should be led.
No, I'm not talking about dead.
By men that know how to lead. Not every black man knows how to lead. We're not going to sit here and act like we're living in a fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale, bro. You're not the man in a knight in shining armor. You're not. The majority of men out here aren't men in shining armor. They're trying to get out of the hood. They're trying to get out of whatever situation they've been in.
The man to lead.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. When you've laid down with men and you've given them kids already, and now you're outside and you're talking about men don't lead. Men listen to that, say, "Raw, you had the men to lead you. Whatever they led you down the wrong path, whatever path, but you had your men. So you don't get to come outside now and start talking about, oh, men can't lead. You chose men we couldn't lead. That's what you did. And so when I speak, I haven't chosen a woman that's going to say that, and this is the thing.
But you've had women though.
Yeah, but I haven't left no baby
mamas. And you've been in relationships.
And I haven't created no baby mamas.
doesn't matter. You've carried trauma regardless, child. It don't matter, bro. Everybody does, So no one's trauma is any better or worse than another's. We're not gonna sit here and compare traumas. So what? You might never sow a seed, bro, and all of this hard work and things that you've done in life, who have you got to leave it to? So at the end of the day, we might be single mothers, but out here, when I build my empire the way that I want to build it, I will have my legacy to leave it to. And that's the whole point. That's what black men are supposed to do. What you've actually done is put yourself exactly where the white man wants you. You've now left no legacy, bro. You've left no legacy, bro. You put yourself where the white man wants black men to stop producing children. I'm not saying that every black man is out here doing the right thing in life. But unfortunately, what you've done is you've succumbed the same way the feminists have succumbed, black feminists have succumbed to the white feminists' point of view when they're sitting there with their Bill Gates kind of man that's out here earning coins so they can sit at home and Stop it. Stop feeding into the narrative, bro. Because what you've done. No, I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying at some point in your life, I'm pretty sure you've come across a decent black woman, and somewhere along the line it messed up and it went wrong and it went left. It's not saying that you wouldn't have breeded her if you didn't have a chance to do that. My point in saying is that you're so scared of becoming a statistic that you're now leaving yourself. How old is your girlfriend gonna be? How old is your girlfriend gonna be? Because when you're 40-something years old, do you want to be breeding up an 18-year-old woman?
Hold up. See, okay.
So think about it. Or do you want to date a woman that's within your age range? Do you want to date a woman that's within your age range? Because if you do that, so allow me to speak then.
No, because you're speaking and you asked me a question.
No, but I'm not finished.
I'm not going to breed an 18-year-old girl.
Okay, so you want to date a woman that's your age, right? So the likelihood of a woman that's your age at 40-something years old, she's less likely going to be able to produce those children for you.
Can I speak? First of all, men and women have different time frames. You need to get and this is what women hate. Men don't have to date you. We'll date younger. You hate this fact, and you always try to shame and talk about men only want to date a younger woman because they want to manipulate them. Hold on a second. They can't handle a strong woman. You guys, no man wants to deal with women in their 30s that are like this. Honest. Look at the Tinder swindler. He swindled women. But all of a sudden, why is he talking about 8-year-old girls? Because they hate the fact that us men can go and get.
I don't hate it. Chyna, chill out, bro. Because you didn't allow me to finish my point. I mentioned it. Let me land. You're triggered, bro. Let me land, bro. The reason I asked you is that once you hit your 40s, bro, you're not going to want to. Are you going to want to date an 18-year-old woman? Because guess what? It's more likely that she's more fertile. She's going to be able to produce the children that you want. Unfortunately,
28. What's the problem?
Okay, so 20. All right, cool.
What's the problem?
So my point is that you're always going to have to. You're not going to be able to date a woman within your age range. The longer you leave it,
I don't date you guys. What's your problem? What's the problem?
I don't want to date you neither, bro. It's not personal. Okay, let's take Chyna out of this because he's taking it personal. Let's take Chyna out of this. I'm saying the stereotype.
You guys, come on.
I'm saying the stereotype of a male that thinks he's going to hit his 50s and not produce no children. He just wants to work and build this empire and build this because he doesn't want to become a statistic because he's so scared that he doesn't want to leave children in this home. Not at all, bro. I'm speaking to those men, and those men know who they are. Yeah, the men that are at home scared to go and produce children because they think they're going to end up as a statistic. It's okay. Produce the children with the women that you feel can give you what you need in that moment in time where you are. There's never a perfect time to have children. You can never overly prepare yourself for that. But what I'm saying, that does help. That does help. 100% that helps. But what I'm saying is that the longer you leave it, the less likely you're going to be able to date within your age range. So I don't always believe that men actually want younger women. They just know that they can't breed a 40-year-old, bro.
You're not letting Chyna speak. They're going to watch this and they're going to say, you keep talking men, we have always dated younger. See, when women are younger, they're 80 and you're dating an older man, you never say nothing. You don't mind when you're jumping inside the whips, the guys with the big whips, all the sparklers popping, all the uncles in the West End. You didn't mind. You wasn't watching the man your age. Then when you get about, you date the man for about 10 years, the Chad and Tyrone, you run up your body count, you get more trauma. Then some of you come with kids, then when I'm out 30, you start looking at the men. You didn't look at us, men. We went and got active. We went and done our stuff together. We're a bit older. Now you start looking at us, man, and we're outside and we're picking younger girls, and you're like, raw, then man, you have to pick me. Oh, these men only want to pick younger girls, because how dare you bring up younger women? You had your shot. You had your shot. You had your shot.
How dare you?
I don't care what. Look, I don't care what women do. I don't care if you date older.
And I don't care neither.
You do because you brought it up.
I brought it up as an example, bro. Stop it. It's not personal. It's not personal.
No. You can discuss it, but when I bring it up and say rah, you brought it up. You don't get to say, oh no, I didn't.
No, I brought it up
because women.
I brought it up,
and it's the same thing that women always bring up on podcasts because they don't like the fact that us older men can date younger, and you hate it.
No.
Because guess what? We'll date younger and still get kids. Something that you women they can't do, and this is what they don't like. But when you was in your younger age, and a lot of you, we're not saying the women here, you dated older men, when you were younger, you dropped to them, you wasn't looking at boys your age, but all of a sudden, these older women now, these younger women or older women now are saying to the men, oh, what, you can't do that because it's manipulation, all this stuff. It's never going to work. You're trying to make it fair. It has never been fair. You need to get your life in the 18 to 20 a lot earlier. Men, at your 40s, let me put this out to men. Men, they have lied to you. Society has lied to you. They made you think that they don't understand. Men, as you get into your 40s, life just opens up. Look, if you're overweight, if you ain't getting no money, hairline is not, okay, if you're not getting hairline and you ain't got a beard, then it's a bit messed up. But if you not got hairline and you got a beard, you're good. Man, and they've lied to you. Life gets better. It gets a lot better, right? As you compound. And I want to put this up to the younger men because there's something, especially within our community, they make you feel like at 18, 28, you need to be on 6 figures, an amazing career. No, you don't. You need to compound. And what happens is, the girls that don't see you, that's fine, bro. Don't worry about it. I promise you this. What's going to happen is, they're going to go chase all those guys now. They're going to run up their mileage. Someone's going to come with you later on, and then you put your head down and go do your thing. These girls are going to be on platforms later on trying to talk about fair, and they're not going to be married. They're going to be there telling you while you're single about trauma about this. But at the end of the days, my guy, you go home every single night and you haven't made mistakes. You don't have to deal with a woman that you don't want to access. The worst thing a possible man can do is have a child by some woman that he's not going to be there for. That does not help the family unit. And this is what I push to young men and also to young women. Keep your legs closed. Like, do not give your body to these men, okay? Like, it does not help you. All of these bodies that you add just create you more trauma, like she keeps saying. And this thing when they talk about men, everyone has been hurt. Women will use something, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels used to call it sign language, shame, insults, the guilt, the need to be right. I've experienced all of this today, okay? When they don't hear what they say, they will try to shame you, try to talk about younger women, try to talk about, age, or try to do all of these things. It's trying to make it fair. But the moment they do that, men, you know exactly where you are. You got them. My name is Chyna.
Are we going to wrap that up?
Yeah, we'll wrap that up right there.
Okay, well, everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
Big piss up, Big episode now. Zoey, Mr. Dennis the Menace has, arrived on this episode.
You did it.
It's always going to be to be continued.
Can you just tag your page? Tag your page, please, darling.
Yeah, guys, run it up. Glamchatnadz on Instagram. You know what time it is.
Miss Zolo87 on Instagram.
My name is Chyna on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube, TikTok. Go check it out, The Man and the Voice. And I'm at glams with a Z.tan, and this is at the Talk Real Podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. More episodes coming up. Bye, everyone.